A slot behind them, third. Mr. African's racing up there right on the speed. He's around the outside of Recoil, coming into the bend. Back on the inside, Wicked Hunter is looking for the way out. Master Winks going up them wider on the track from Le Patron the middle. Invincible Mode down on the inside, and then come on board Patrimonio Crowder. In the straight, Castle Retreat was able to shake off McCrawfie's Hope. Mr. African, Recoil, Wicked Hunter though getting away from the fence. Down the outside, Le Patron with a run as well, and Master Winks come on board, and Crowder. Patrimonio hit the front. Le Patron gives chase. Patrimonio pricked his ears up in front though. He'll get the money. Patrimonio beat Le Patron. Crowder on the outside might have grabbed third from Master Winks, then come on board. In behind them, Invincible Mode and also Recoil together. They were followed by Mr. African. He was right there on pace. He didn't offer a lot though in the straight. Border Scott was always well back. Followed further back in the field then to Castle Retreat, McCrawfie's Hope. And it's amongst the last of them in. Wicked Hunter did pull up very quickly in the run-on. Patrimonio with Paddy O'Carberry on St. Paddy's Day has got the money. He won first up at 1200. And he's got the prize there. He was scything his way through in the middle, $14.80 and $4. From Le Patron and Crowder deep out at big odds, the maiden in 1:11.48. And there was plenty of pressure up the top. Castle Retreated worked, and he took Recoil into the race with him. McCrawfie's Hope, it spelt their own undoing, and Patrimonio with that pressure, he is a good sit back and kick and run on type, and that suited him down to a tee this afternoon. And the 4 is back in the winners list for Brent Albuino. A Heritage Gelding is out of Moss Fly for Brent Albuino. A Priolo, G Princey, Sue Olive, Ash Carpenter, Ron Sayers. Second home 7, Le Patron, trained by Ben Pearce, the Street Boss Moss A mare for Trevor McKee, ridden by Joe Azapati and Crowder. The widest of all of those runners down the straight, the maiden by Street Boss out of Maripana for Mick Williams, trained by Raquel Mills, ridden by Jerry Noski. Grabbing third from Master Winks. A long neck, 3/4 were margins, 1:11.47, and they were home in 35.81 there in the Servtech Global Handicap. Race 7, the Schweppes Handicap today is at 5:10. Number 6, Dusha Zachitsky, 14, Gibraltar Rock, 17, Falco. And the scratchings and 18, Cabot Cove will be handled by Kira Yule. So Patrimonio, now the winner of 4 out of 16 starts, makes its way back. Let's head down now to the yard, and Adam McGrath with winning trainer Brent Albuino.
Brent, the drought is over. This horse has never won outside of being first up, and now you've got that off the back. We can move forward.
Yeah, that's right. He's always shown his best first up, but kept him pretty fresh for this one, and it seemed to work.
Showed a brilliant turn of foot when that gap opened.
Yeah, they went pretty hard early, and that really suited him, I think.
When we've seen this horse win first up, it's normally just continued on with it. But I was just saying to you then off air that when he hit the front against 8, it looked as though he was waiting for the others. Yeah,
I sort of missed a bit of work with him last week. He had a bit of a foot issue, and he sort of probably missed a gallop. So I was a bit worried he might be a bit underdone, but it probably suits him being a bit that way anyway.
With that performance today then and that first up form, do you back the work right off and make sure it's almost like a first up run each time you go around?
Yeah, I think that's the key to him, just to keep him pretty fresh. Yep.
What about the distances? We've seen you win over at 1,000 and now this is the third win over 1,200 metres. Is there any plan to try and stretch that out, or do you think this is about the limit?
I think this is probably his limit. I don't think he'd ever get much further than 1,200.
Got to ask you about Rias tomorrow. What's the thoughts?
Yeah, he's going really well. He's drawn well, but it's a tough race, so we'll see if he can measure up to them or not.
Nerves or excitement more about that race?
Pretty excited. I think he's going well.
Great opportunity, mate. Congratulations on the win today.
Thanks, Adam. Cheers.
There's Brent Albuino, trainer of Patrimonio. As we said, has just broken the drought of not winning outside of being first up. So a really nice performance there. Drifted out to $14 and $4 a place after opening at pretty short odds. Le Patron running into second was a nice performance. Crowder attacked the line as well, finishing third. And Master Winks at Kalgoorlie form lines, they finally came into fruition as well with a nice performance, finishing fourth, recoiled with fifth as well. So good performance by Patrimonio, a winner first up this campaign, then beaten a length by Danefin and 5 lengths by Tenterden, which is one of the favourites going around tomorrow as well. So expecting another good performance. Pat Carberry is just about to weigh in. We'll have a chat with him. He's been on this horse throughout the prep as well, knows it better than anybody, and will be able to tell us the feel that he was given throughout that run, as Brent said, just given a little freshen up, and it did seem to work. Pat, just tell tell us about that performance. As I said, Brent said, gave a freshen up, and we saw that really nice turn of foot that we do normally see first up.
Yeah, I think last start he was a bit out of sorts. It was very humid and he's quite agitated, and whether the humidity was a telling factor. I mean, you know, some horses don't handle it, we all don't handle it sometimes, but today he was in a good frame of mind. He was very relaxed before the race, and it's a lot cooler today, and he jumped good, and I got a good run in transit, and it was just a matter of getting the luck through, but he's a bit tricky. If you get there a bit early, he sort of clocks off a little bit, so he's a bit one-dimensional that way, but he has got a good turn of foot.
Yeah, we mentioned that to Brent in that interview then, that you punched the gap. The turn of foot was lightning, but then the moment he hit the front, you could see the skids go on, so you had to really wake him up again with Le Patron coming.
Yeah, I could sort of feel him floating a little bit, but I actually tracked Le Patron in the run, but you know, when the gaps come like that, you know, it was a pretty tight run. We had to take it when it came, but he was left there a little bit early, but yeah, he's good enough to hold on.
Well done, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers, thanks.
Pat Carberry there, winning jockey aboard of Patrimonio, which has taken out race number 6 over the 1,200 metres.